style glasses I wore proudly while hitting J's on my high school basketball court. Whoosh. I was a virgin my entire 4 years of high school. The language of losing your virginity is always centered around girls and women giving up something. When you decide to give your body to someone, what exactly do you receive in exchange? If we, in fact, do choose to give up our bodies, when do we get to have our bodies back? The door to womanhood can be only entered by a man. Where is the exit? In my third book, God is Not an American, I use the metaphor of our monthly moon cycle as a rite of passage. Blood blossoms are beginning. As I read this, daily headlines with Hollywood stars and politicians being accused of sexual harassment and improper groping dominate. Tarana Burke, the black woman who started the Me Too movement, is finally being recognized for her work to bring this issue to light. We all have a Me Too survival story. If not a rape of body, it is a rape of spirit. If not a demeaning comment, it may just be a quick feel. This is what happens to us all in public settings. No one is safe from being treated this way. It doesn't matter what poems you write or awards you win. The reality is your body can be in danger in public spaces, let alone private ones. I'm considered one of the lucky ones. I've experienced attempts at erasure from the male-dominated entertainment industry and definitely uncomfortable moments of flirting and aggression during decades as a working artist. In 2004, I decided to fight the erasure of women's voices and bodies by spearheading a movement, Black Women Rock, with funk icon Betty Davis at center. For 15 years, we have gathered to reclaim our place in American music history. We sing and play rock and roll music with a full orchestra of black women musicians. We celebrate our sexual and political power. We create a safe space to speak about the sexism and silencing of black women's voices in the arts. Unlike pioneer Betty Davis, who abandoned a music industry she forever changed, a place that could not handle her before her timelessness, we have each other. When I wrote the poem, We Want Our Bodies Back, Mike Brown had already been murdered in Ferguson. His body purposely left for hours to bleed out in front of all his friends, members of his family, peers, and younger children in the neighborhood. American terrorism against black bodies happens in broad daylight. I read the poem for the first time at a fundraiser with hip-hop artists and activists from around the country. I wanted to insert Sandra Bland's body into the progressive but still very male-dominated series of protest concerts. When my body was against the ground in Ferguson with Talib Kweli and Rosa Clemente, I remember looking up at the AR-15s pointed at us. I recall seeing members of the Bronx-based activists, the Peace Poets, on the ground, and another one disappearing behind us. He'd been quickly swooped up by the antagonistic police chasing down the locals like prey. I remember one black cop's face looking down at us and finally saying, "Let them go." My body hurt for a very long time after that moment. Several days later, I finally cried. I can still taste the air in Ferguson. I can still smell the cement and gas devouring my organs. Always break their hearts first. Past life body finds a survival guide to the future. I was allowed to be a girl. Part 1. Wild is the Wind. January 3rd, 1994. I wanted to see my daddy's body. I wanted to see what they had done to him. Not the angels, not God. They didn't take him, I was convinced. He was thin and tall and Southern sophisticated, cool miles and Southern comfort next to his bed, smile that could capture the attention of women half his age. I laid down in his twin bed the morning he died. I wanted to find the grooves of his body inside the fabric so I could bury myself inside of what he left behind.